joy, alignment. I'm thrilled that you're here today. I'm Dr. Ellen, the Midlife Whisperer, and this is on the Enlightened World Network. Today, I am going to share with you all about intuition, what it is, how to listen to it. I'm going to take you through a beautiful guided meditation to help you really connect with your body and your intuition. And I'm going to also be talking about intuitive eating because March is National Nutrition Month. So I am focusing on nutrition all month long. I've been a registered dietitian for almost 31 years, which is hard to believe, and really changed my own relationship with food and my body over the last 30 years, certainly learning self-compassion, which is actually correlated with intuitive eating, was huge for me. I had eating disorders and negative body image. I was that, woman in the group X, leading group X, like putting 20-pound dumbbells over my head, who had the perfect body and yet hated her body. And I've transformed. And intuitive eating was a piece of that. So I'm going to share with you what intuitive eating is, how you can practice it yourself, because it really is a game changer. I'm going to be talking about some of the trends that are happening. We had a new moon last night, and Mercury just entered Aries, and Venus just entered or is about to enter Pisces, which is a super beautiful transition. Venus loves being in Pisces, so we'll be talking about that. And then I'll be pulling some tarot cards as well, and then taking you through this beautiful meditation to help you connect with your intuition. So if you are enjoying the show, if you follow me, please subscribe. Please leave me some comments. I love to know where you are from, what you'd like me to cover. I really cover a gamut of topics that really relate to quantum joy alignment, which is really about reconnecting with your soul, your spirit, as well as your body, your mind, your heart, to help you to really embrace yourself, elevate your thoughts and your emotions, and enlighten yourself, again, connecting with that soul. So you're really on your path, because that's where the magic happens. That's where you start to feel joyful and happy, and things start to manifest and unfold in a way that's right for you. So let's talk about intuition, because intuition is super important for quantum joy alignment, because you have an inner teacher, you have an inner guide. And when you listen to your intuition, when you listen to your inner guide, that's when you really are on your path. But unfortunately, we're taught to listen to our heads, not our hearts, not our third eye, and even our gut. We have various places where we get information. And in our culture, we're really taught to listen to our heads. I'll give you a little example for myself. A year ago, in a couple of days, I bought this house in Costa Rica. And when I signed the paperwork, my head was going nuts. I was just like, monkey mind, why are you doing this? This is insane. I had just gone on a vacation for 3 weeks, and my husband and I fell in love with the country, and we went out with a real estate agent, found the perfect house, and we're like, okay, we're going to buy this house. And when it got to signing the paperwork, my mind was just racing and going nuts, saying, this is absolutely insane. But my heart was like, this is perfect for you. This is the perfect house. You're supposed to live here. And so I listened to my heart. I let the mind go. And I have to say, a year later, I'm so happy here. I have met amazing people. I love my life down here. I love my life in Vermont as well. But it's really been a beautiful place for me. So that's an example of how I listen to my intuition. I put my heart above my head. Another thing I'm doing, my intuition has been telling me to do a yoga teacher training. I'd love to know, what has your intuition been telling you? And yesterday with this new moon, it was a really powerful time to listen to your intuition, and it still is. We're still in this energy of the new moon. So listening to your intuition, that inner guide, that heart space, or that third eye, your gut, wherever you connect with that intuitive knowing, that inner guide, is so deeply important to navigate your life and come into quantum joy alignment. So let's talk a little bit about what this means in terms of intuitive eating. So, with intuitive eating, you are listening to your intuition. You are listening to your body. You're listening to your emotions. We eat for so many reasons. We can eat emotionally. Are you an emotional eater? A lot of women I work with are, and that's one of my specialties. If you are an emotional eater, please reach out to me at themidlifewhisperer.com. I would love to meet with you. I've helped a lot of women with emotional eating really start to understand and listen to their emotional body and realize that the food is not going to help, and really to stop and think about what is really going to address those emotions. But with intuitive eating, it's really about eating those foods that you enjoy. So 3 principles of intuitive eating are permission, pleasure, and presence. I'll say that again: permission, pleasure, and presence. So with intuitive eating, you are giving yourself permission to eat the foods that you love, because it's about pleasure, right? So it's not about good foods, bad foods, what you can't have, what you can have. It's not about following some cockamamie diet that tells you can lose, 3 pounds in 2 days, and you're feeling like you're going to eat your cat if you don't get something to eat soon, right? So it's really about permission, pleasure, and presence. I like to add to that as my own kind of nutritional take 2 other P's, which is plants and protein. With intuitive eating, which again is not really an eating plan, it's more of a way to go about how you eat, how you connect with food, where food is supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be pleasurable. And so putting food in its right place and really connecting with your body and what does my body need right now. But I like to add to the pleasure, the presence, and the permission, I like to add plants and protein. So I think it's super important to have plants at every meal and snack. You can never eat enough plants. Plants are filled with what's called phytochemicals, which are various plant chemicals that are so important to keep you healthy and feeling good. They've got lots of micronutrients and fiber, and they fill you up without filling you out. And of course, protein. I'm always talking about getting protein. If you're a midlife woman, especially, we need more protein. We need like 20 to 25 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. That's a lot of protein. That's like 75 or so grams every single day. So I always encourage people to try to get 20 to 25 grams at every meal, and then 10 to 15 grams at every snack. So have a serving or 2 of produce at every meal and snack, serving of protein at every meal and snack, and then you will have it covered. And then remembering that permission to eat the foods you love. I eat chocolate almost every day because I love chocolate. It's one of my absolute favorite foods. I give myself permission to have an occasional drink glass of wine if I feel like it. I eat pretty much everything. I eat mostly vegan, but then occasionally I eat meat. I use meat as a condiment, particularly fish when I'm here in Costa Rica. It's so delicious. So give yourself permission to eat foods. All foods fit. Let go of that good food, bad food mentality. And it's really all about listening to your body. It's really about also considering the healthfulness of food, but also considering that pleasure fun factor. So there are 10 actual principles of, 10, different principles of intuitive eating. And so let's consider the first 3, which are reject the diet mentality, honor your hunger, and make peace with food. So the first one, reject the diet mentality. If you are on Instagram, Facebook, right, you can't go a minute without seeing some kind of crazy diet, keto, paleo, what else is out there? Calorie counting, all of those things. And when I started out as a dietitian, I was really taught to think about calories, put people on low calorie diets, and are having people follow, very specific food plans, diet plans. And what I found is diets absolutely don't work, because what diets do is they get you to externalize the signals of hunger and satiety, which are there to tell you when you need to eat. So everything gets about this plan and following these numbers, and not about intuitively listening to your body. The other thing is diets absolutely do not work, and they take you out of quantum joy alignment. What diets do is, you feel good about yourself if you followed it, you feel bad about yourself if you haven't. And what happens with diets too is that they increase stress, both psychologically and physiologically. So when you aren't giving your beautiful body enough calories, what happens is that cortisol, the hormone of stress, right? Fight and flight goes up because your body doesn't know that you're on a diet. Your body just thinks that, oh my God, there's a famine going on. There's not enough food. So what is it going to do? It's going to increase your appetite and increase fat deposition around, fat depositing around your midline so that there is more food for the future if there's a famine. So when you're stressed out, also you want to eat. And when you diet psychologically, you feel really stressed. You think about food all the time, right? Have you been on like the diet, right? You think about food all the time. You can't stop. And that's exactly what you don't want if you are trying to get to a weight that's right for you. I don't even like to use the word weight loss because from a law of attraction perspective, you don't want weight and you don't want loss. The brain, when you're working on law of attraction, you don't know the difference between I don't want weight and I want weight. So what you're attracting is the weight, and you're attracting loss, what you don't want. So let's get the weight loss thing off our plates right now. Let's bring it back to getting rid of the diet plans, the diet books, all of those diet rules. It may take a while. And I have to say that it is a little scary. A lot of my clients, when they first start intuitive eating and all rules are gone, and they're given permission to eat what they want to eat, it's very scary. Sometimes the scale goes up a little bit as they start to explore. But then as they start to come into connection with their body, something beautiful happens. They realize, if they pass up the cupcake because they're not really hungry, they don't really want the cupcake. I had one woman and she was just always eating that, those birthday cakes that you get at the grocery store with the white cake and the really sugary frosting, and she would just eat it. And she realized, I don't even like that. I'd rather just have some beautiful strawberries or a lovely salad, or a beautiful piece of chocolate. So that you have this aha moment when you reject the diet mentality. Then the next principle is you honor your hunger. You ever notice babies, right? What do? When they're hungry, they scream until they are fed. You have that ability to honor your hunger. You eat when you're hungry, you stop when you're full, to start trusting that internal knowing that your body will tell you when you need to eat. So honoring your hunger. If you are hungry, eat. I often tell people to think about the acronym, if you're an emotional eater, particularly HALT, which stands for hungry, angry, angry or anxious, lonely, and tired. Hungry, angry or anxious, lonely, or tired. So before you eat, take a moment. You say, am I really hungry? Hunger is a physiological feeling that doesn't go away until you eat. So you're hungry, you eat, you stop eating. However, if you are anxious, you're angry, you're lonely, you're tired, what do you think is going to happen when you eat? You're just going to keep eating because food is not going to address the anxiety, the anger, the tiredness, the boredom, the loneliness, all of those emotions. So in a future show, I'll talk a little bit more about how to address those emotions, but that an acronym HALT's really good to remember. If you're not sure if you're hungry, if you're new to intuitive eating, what I say is drink a glass of water, set a timer for 15, 20 minutes, go do something else, and notice if you are hungry. If it's hunger, it's not going to go away. If it's something else, you realize, oh, I'm not really hungry. And also hunger, start to notice, how does hunger show up for you? For me, I get cold, not here in Costa Rica, but when I'm in Vermont, sometimes when I'm hungry, I get really cold and I start to shiver and notice, oh my gosh, I need to eat something, or I might actually get a little anxious when I'm hungry. So start to notice, I get, growling in my tummy. What shows up for you? I'd love to know, put in the comments box, what does hunger look like for you? So reject the diet mentality, honor your hunger. And the third one I want to talk about today is make peace with food. Really, all food can fit into a healthy eating plan. I personally recommend staying away from a lot of processed food because processed food hijacks your brain. Right now, I am doing a certification from the Center for Nutritional Psychology, really on how food impacts your brain, how whole plant foods really, help to feed the brain. Your brain needs a steady supply of glucose, but also how highly palatable foods, so foods that are processed, that are super high in sugar, fat, and salt, how they actually shrink parts of your brain. They actually lower your IQ and make you kind of stupid. Truthfully, they, in terms of that pleasure factor, with whole foods, your pleasure is really when you start to eat. If you've ever had like a beautiful stir fry or a lovely piece of fish, a beautiful meal, the first couple bites are really the most delicious, and the pleasure decreases as you get full. With highly palatable foods, those processed foods, you just want more and more. Nothing satisfies. Have you ever tried to eat just like one Oreo or one M&M? You can't. So while you want to make peace with food, just be aware that, those highly processed foods are really hard to control, particularly if, you have been looking to them for emotional reasons. You can't just eat one Cheeto. You can't eat one potato chip. I'm not saying don't eat those things, but maybe my suggestion with clients who do that is to eat mindfully. That's another topic that I will address in the future. To eat mindfully, and then also to watch portion control. So even though we're making peace with food and we're stopping the food fights, we're stopping beating ourselves up, let go of that inner critic that tells you that you are, not, a good person because you've had a threesome with Ben and Jerry's. Let that stuff go. Give yourself permission, but see if you can get a sense of portions. So, buy one ice cream treat, like one Ben and Jerry's bar, not a whole pint. Buy a small snack sized candy bar and eat it mindfully, which means with awareness, bringing in that pleasure factor, bringing in that presence, and really bringing in that sense of permission. So that is my initial talk on intuitive eating. Again, I would love to know, have you tried intuitive eating? Do you need help? Again, reach out to me at themidlifewhisperer.com. All month long, I am doing complimentary consults if you are struggling with your eating. Also, if you need help in terms of using your diet and other lifestyle changes, if you're going through menopause, I've worked with hundreds of women and I would love to work with you. So let's talk, moving on, let's talk a little bit about the transits that are happening. Not a lot of it's a very calm and beautiful week. So I'm just going to take a breath. The cards and things that have been coming to me, the intuitive wisdom that's been coming to me is all about like a slowing down, enjoying life, finding the beauty of life. There's no really scary, big, intense transits. The first thing is we had the new moon. That was Sunday yesterday. So that energy is still there. So it's a great time with this new moon in Pisces to let go of things aren't serving you, to create some space, so create a container for something new. Let go particularly of the rules and the plans. So it's a great time to let go of those rules around eating, letting go of those things that you're supposed to do and embracing who you are. Let go of who you're supposed to be, embrace who you are. Those, ego things, those identity things that are no longer fitting, that'll really help you to come into quantum joy alignment. Sets of intentions. So I'm setting intentions to really be the best yoga teacher I can, to inspire people more, and also to really love myself on a deeper level. I think that, as a spiritual teacher, to inspiring other people, it's so much about loving yourself. And that's something I find a lot with light workers, with people who are doing spiritual work, with others, healers. We don't love ourselves enough. So give yourself permission, maybe setting an intention around self-love. So that's the moon piece. The moon is actually now in Aries, and Mercury just jumped into Aries. So Mercury is the planet of communications and thinking. And in Aries, it's like a lot of energy. It is cardinal fire. So Mercury in Aries is like, yeah, let's get stuff done. Let's communicate. Let's connect. So it's kind of a nice, fun, moving things along energy. And then the other beautiful transit, which happens today, is that Venus is going into beautiful Pisces. Venus is okay in Aquarius where she's been, but she loves Pisces. She's actually what's called exalted in Pisces. So the planet of beauty and meaning and love and openness and values is in this beautiful sign, Pisces, of compassion and connection, being part of all that is, and that inner beautiful enlightenment and wisdom. So it's a beautiful time to slow it down, connect with what's beautiful to you, connect with what you love, and connect with that love that you have for yourself. This Venus in Pisces is going to be with us, for the next, I think, to about April 4th. I should note too, Mercury is going to be in Aries, and then it's going to retrograde through Aries. So it's going to be in Aries for a nice chunk of time. So you might want to look at where that is in your chart, where Aries is in your chart, and then where Pisces is in your chart, to see the house the arena of where it is impacting you. So beautiful transits. We also have a really cool, what's called a cazimi. When the sun meets with a planet on Sunday, we have the sun meeting, it's the sun meeting Neptune, that's right. So you've got this, Neptune is also in Pisces, the sun is in Pisces, Venus is in Pisces. So you've got this beautiful energy of Pisces, of connecting with that compassion. On Sunday, it's a great time to kind of dream, daydream, watch what your dreams at night are telling you to do to move forward. So just like a nice week of ease. So let's pull some cards. And if you would like a card, please let me know. I can check real quick and see see if anyone would like a card. Checking the chat real quickly. All right, so let us go back here. All right. So let me pull a couple cards of what we need to know this week. Multitasking is always a challenge. Doesn't really work, actually. So, all right, let's pull 3 cards. What do you need to know this week to really enjoy the week and live it to the fullest of your ability? All right, let's see here. What do we got? What do we need to know? And just to let you know too, I do pull a card of the day. So that is something that I am doing on my Instagram and on my Facebook group. If you are interested in joining my Facebook group, it's Dr. Ellen's Mastermind. And I pull cards every day there and on Instagram. Put them in my story. Okay. All right. So first card is the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is really telling us, I think, as we're, moving, maybe this Mercury in Aries can sort of bring up some of these things that we might feel that we are jousting. So if you feel like there are, some people in your life that you're kind of fighting with, you're kind of jousting, see if you can find some compassion, bring some of that Venus energy into it, and really see also, though, that if you can, maybe rise above what is happening. I got the 8 of Wands today, which is really this energy of rising above the conflict that might be happening in your life, letting that conflictual energy go, and instead coming into this more quiet place. And I think that it's really cool that the next card is the 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Pentacles is really about finding guidance and connecting with community. So going from this place where you feel like I'm always kind of in conflict with people, to finding more of those people that you can get guidance from, that you connect with, that you feel like you truly be yourself with. And then the final card is the 2 of Pentacles. So if you are finding that you are doing a lot of juggling in your life, maybe internally you're feeling like there's a lot of balls that you're trying to keep in the air, it's upside down. So seeing, can you drop some of those balls? I think all of these cards together to me are really saying to let go of the conflict, to find some people that you really vibe with on a deeper level, to find some guidance, find some community. And then, if you're doing some juggling, maybe in your mind, let some of it go. You don't have to be doing a million things all at once. And the beauty is when you can let that juggling go, then you can bring in more of this intuitive guidance that we need. So I think that conflictual energy of the 5 of Wands can interfere with that intuition, maybe finding a teacher to help you, this card here, or a community to help with that intuitive guidance. And then, letting go of trying to do so many things, and really maybe looking to that Venus energy to, what do I love? What am I wanting to be open to? Sunday's a really good time to, as we have that cazimi with the sun in Neptune. Venus is also going to be meeting up with Saturn and then meeting up with Neptune as well in Pisces, to really be looking, at your heart and what would really make you happy and joyful, and where do you find beauty in your life? I think we need beauty so much right now, with so much conflictual energy happening in the world. Where can you find a moment of peace and beauty and joy? Give yourself permission to do that. All right, so let's do a meditation. This is really designed to help you to tune into your beautiful body and to find some guidance there. So go ahead and close your eyes and come to a comfortable seated position. There's nowhere else you need to be. There's nothing else you need to be doing. Just taking a few breaths, just connecting with that beautiful breath, that energy that keeps you alive every day. And really feel into the bowl of your pelvis. So feeling the deep connection of your butt on the seat, your hips, maybe your thighs, just feeling very, very heavy and grounded. Just feeling that grounded energy, maybe repeating an affirmation that I'm grounded, I'm centered. Now doing a gentle body scan to help you connect with your body and the intuitive knowing of your body. So feeling the crown of your head and moving onto your forehead, the back of your head, your ears, moving down through your eyes, your nose, your mouth, into your shoulders and your throat. Gently connecting with your chest, your belly, your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, your arms and your hands, connecting with your thighs, your calves and your feet. And then just doing a gentle body scan on your own. And I'm just opening up the Reiki portal. So just be open to receive what you need. If there's anywhere in your body that feels a little tight or needs healing, I'm sending you loving energy to that place, maybe putting a hand on it, giving yourself a gentle little massage. Just receiving this healing energy and just feeling into your body. Now, I want you to think about the energy of yes. Yes, I want to do this. Yes, I want to eat this. Yes, I can. When you're a yes, or something is a yes, where do you feel it in your body? So just notice when something is a yes, somebody gives you an invitation, or maybe it's a new job, or maybe you're dating and it's like, oh yeah, this person's a yes in my life. Where do you feel it? What is a yes? Just noticing where in your body do you feel the energy of yes? And then taking a breath, letting that go. And now where do you feel no? When something is a clear no. Maybe somewhere that you think you're supposed to go or something you're supposed to do, like you're taking out the garbage even though it's your teenager's job. What is a no? Where do you feel a no in your life? Where does your body give you that signal of no? And just taking a breath and just clearing that energy, shaking it out a little bit. And finally, where do you feel uncertainty? Maybe even fear. So gently scanning the body. Where am I hesitating? Where do I feel hesitation, uncertainty, maybe a little bit of fear? How does that show up in my body? And then finally letting that knowing go. Take a moment, just maybe give your body a little hug, or maybe softly rubbing your arms. Just thank your body for showing up for you every day, for being there for you, for keeping you alive, for the way it informs you, the way it helps you connect with your intuition, for the guidance that your body provides. Just thank you, body. Thank you. Maybe set an intention this week to add more beauty in your life, to listen to your intuition. Maybe that's found in your gut, your heart, your head, your third eye. Give yourself permission to follow your intuition and see where it leads you. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at ease. And then when you are ready, just moving your body, bringing some energy into your fingers and toes, and opening your eyes. And I would love to know where intuition showed up for you. It was very interesting for me as I did this. The yes was all in my heart. It was all like this yes. It was a great feeling. And then the no, which is interesting to me, was in my lower back. It's where I felt the no. And then my uncertainty and fear was like a tingling. It was kind of like goosebumps, but not in a good way goosebumps, like an electric feeling on my skin. So it was an interesting exercise for me. I would love to know what showed up for you. Thank you so much for being here today. If you have enjoyed the show, please like the show. It helps the algorithm find other people. Follow me. If you're enjoying it, you can follow me here on YouTube or Facebook, or you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at The Midlife Whisperer. If you need help, reach out to me at themidlifewhisperer.com, and do follow the Enlightened World Network. It's a fantastic organization. They provide beautiful meditations every day and so many incredible teachings. So thank you so much. Have a great week and find some beauty and joy in your life.